to give some brief remarks. Let's be seated and silent. Thank you.
Yes, you may give a few brief remarks. You may say one or two things, and then I'll also say one or two things, and we can release you. Yeah.
Chairman. The chairman of the Independent Electoral Commission, Mr. Chebukati, members of the commission, other commissioners, all the other guests who have come here this morning. We are very delighted to be here this morning, Mr. Chairman, and I'm pleased that we've been able to fulfill all the requirements of the Electoral Commission, and that you have therefore agreed with all the documents that we have presented. I want to say that we have confidence that the IEBC has got the capacity to conduct free and fair elections. We therefore would like to urge you to live by the script and do exactly what the people of Kenya expect of you. We want to say and to promise you that we are going to conduct ourselves as candidates and also members of our movement in a manner that conforms with the requirements of the electoral laws and the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. We would like to see a free and fair electoral process. We want this exercise to be done also in a free manner. We want Kenyans to be able, on the 9th of August, to freely express their will, to speak clearly that this is what the Kenyans want. We know there are several players in the electoral process. There's the people themselves, there are the candidates, there are members of various political parties, there's also the fourth estate that is also involved in the electoral process. And we expect the fourth estate to play their role objectively. So far, we really have no cause to complain. I have been in politics for a long time. I know that the media will praise you or will vilify you, whatever they do, but that is their freedom of expression. We don't question this. We want to create a free and democratic society where there's freedom of expression. The media can censor, the media can critique, the media can educate, the media can also oppose. So we really have no issue with that. We want the Kenyans also to conduct themselves peacefully throughout this electoral process. You have seen some goons defacing our billboards in some other part of the country. That is an act of hooliganism, which is primitive, which should not be tolerated in a civilized society. And I urge our supporters not to interfere or to try to defecate any billboards or publicity material belonging to our opponents. I'm calling them opponents, not enemies, because this is just a democratic exercise. At the end of it, there will be a winner and there will be losers, but Kenya will go on. But having said that, Mr. Chairman, there are a few issues that I wanted to raise with you. One is the issue of electronic identification of voters and transmission of results. What we want to know is, has the Commission developed constitutionally compliant protocols for the results transmission path for the polling station to the National Tallying Center? 2, when will the Commission share the said protocols with the stakeholders? The second issue that I want to raise, the integrity of the voter register. What is the status of the voter registration exercise on a county by county and constituency by constituency basis? Number 3, Mr. Chairman, is audit of the register of voters. Is the preliminary report by the audit firm ready? If so, what are the preliminary findings? 2, when is the draft final report of audits of register of voters expected? And 4, proposal to amend the elections general regulations, which is currently before Parliament. I want to know the status and why. Then there's a proposal to amend Regulation 83A of the Elections General Regulations to give a presiding officer power to open a ballot box that has been sealed to remove wrongly put materials at the constituency tallying center. Number 5, recruitment of returning officers. The Commission has submitted a proposal to amend the elections regulations to give itself exclusive mandate to appoint election officials, including constituency returning officers, county returning officers, presiding officers, and their deputies, without sharing their details with political parties and the independent candidates as presently required by Regulations 3, 4, and 5 of the Elections General Regulations 2012. 6, we want some information about the printing of ballot papers. You say, what measures has the Commission put in place to ensure there are no lapses, both logistical and security, in the general election? Number 7 is the Smartmatic contract. The question is, what is the status of data migration from the Morpho IDEMIA system to Smartmatic? What steps or measures has the Commission taken to reduce or eliminate any risks that could affect the functioning of the election technology? 8, technology issues. In the late April 2022, IEBC announced that it would add approximately 10,000 polling stations to bring the total number of polling stations in the August 2022 election to 52,481. When does the Commission intend to carry out timely end-to-end testing of election technology? Has the Commission conducted the annual audit of the election technology? 2, guarantee data integrity. 2, ensure that the technology functions effectively as specified. And 3, ensure that the internal controls of the technology are effective. 5, 9, stakeholder engagement. What measures or steps has the Commission taken to address the systemic inadequacies identified by the Supreme Court in 2017? And finally, what is the status of compliance with the statutory timelines set out in the revised elections operations plan released by the Commission on 17th January 2022? Mr. Chairman, those are the issues that are of concern to us, which we hope you'll be able to respond to adequately. And then I have the pleasure to present to you a copy of this report from my team. Yeah, so Mr. Chairman, before I allow you to hear, I want to inform you that I've appointed as my national chief agent, lawyer Saitabao Olekanchori. Is he around?
Yeah, he's around. He's there.
Let him come.
Let him come.
This is Saitabao. And he will be deputized, the national chief agent, one Dr. Caroline Karugu, and Professor Isaiah Wakindiki. Yes. And then finally, Dr. Oduor Ongwen. Finally, my legal advisor, Mr. Paul Mwangi. That is my team.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay? Led by Mr. Saitabao. He's carrying a rungu, I don't know. But that is traditional. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you. Thank you, Right Honorable Raila Odinga. Today, I'm standing here as the returning officer for presidential election. My other title, of course, is the chairman of the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. And so today, the ceremony we have is mainly for registration of candidates. I've heard your statement and the issues you have raised as it relates to elections. I just want to reiterate that the Commission is focused on giving Kenyans a free, fair, and credible elections. And that is what we have been preparing for the last 4 years since the last election. I and my team, the commissioners and the staff, we have done what we believe needs to be done to give Kenyans what they deserve, a free, fair, and credible election. And all the issues you have raised, and I'm happy you have raised them, the Commission has answers to all of them. This is not the time and moment to go through this because we have other candidates we are clearing, but we shall look for an opportunity Immediately after this, after we are done with the clearance of candidates, I would urge all presidential candidates to come for a one-on-one meeting where we can ventilate some of these issues, and I hope you shall attend in person, where I as returning officer then can iron out these issues. And all the other issues in this memo will be answered to by the commission in writing once we are done with this exercise. I just want to assure you that all the issues you have raised have been addressed by the commission, and we are where we are supposed to be in terms of our election timeline. So don't want Kenyans to get worried. The commission is focused. And just to say, what you refer to as simulation of the dry run of technology will be done next week on or before 9th. Here at Bomas, and your representatives, you have given us a team, a chief agent to work with, and your team, you will be invited to be part of that simulation exercise. So the commission is focused, and we shall be hearing from you. Please feel free to engage us. Through your team, we have an open door policy. We'd be happy that we engage even on daily basis. We don't want to hear things from your campaign rallies about the referee. Please come, we talk, and we'll do what we have to do to give Kenyans what they deserve. I just want to say that as we finish up, the Electoral Code of Conduct places a responsibility on all candidates to acknowledge the authority of the Commission in the conduct of elections and implement the orders and directions of the Commission, and publicly and repeatedly condemn violence and intimidation and avoid use of hate speech or any language of any kind which may lead to violence and intimidation, whether to demonstrate party strength, gain advantage, or for any other reason. And I'm happy you have said your party will adhere to the Code of Conduct, and we condemn those acts of violence, including tearing each other's campaign posters. That's to be condemned. Let's campaign peacefully. This is our country. We don't have another country. And I wish you all the best as you go about the campaigns. And please feel free to engage us. And we are here to serve you and the people of Kenya. Thank you very much.